I remember the first time that I ever went viral, or what I thought was viral. The lighting was so bad. The skit was so poorly done. I was like shaking the camera all around and stuff. The skit was about somebody who came in and said, "Oh, the bartender knows who I am, tell her to make it strong." She's like, "No, I don't know who that is." And she pours a little bit of liquor down the straw. And then the girl being like, it's so strong, yeah. That got 500,000 views. Y'all, I thought I was about to be recognized in the streets. 500,000 people saw my face for that long. That was the end of May, beginning of June of 2020 when I first started, and I think I had like 2,000 followers. But I still thought that that was the coolest thing. It took a lot more viral videos to grow and get as big as I have gotten, and I didn't want to be a bartender on TikTok because I was scared of the judgment from other bartenders. "Oh, you didn't make that right. That's not how you pour. Your pour counts off. Oh, hey, me, I didn't want to hear all of that. And I was like, so I can't handle the ridicule because I don't think that I'm the best bartender there ever was. I never, ever thought that. I love doing the skit interactions because it satisfies my soul a little bit. The first time that I ever got recognized in public from my TikTok videos, I had 63,000 followers. This was in October of 2020. I went to this local place that I always go, and this girl recognized me, and I thought it was the freaking coolest thing. I was like, wait a second. You didn't know who I was, and you saw me on the internet, and now you know who I am? She was like, yeah, she was such a fan. I still remember that moment. Her name is Rebecca. I hugged her. I hit 100,000 followers in December of 2020. In June of 2021, I had just found out that I was pregnant too, by the way. I hit 1 million. So I went 900,000 followers in the period of like 6 months. That was crazy. I slowly had people come into the bar that I was working at to see me. It started out like one person, and then the next month, somebody else. And then the next month, it would be like 2 or 3 people. And then it became like once a week, I would get recognized. And mind you, I was working like 5 shifts a week. Eventually, it was multiple times a shift. And that didn't start happening until probably, I was pregnant. So probably a year after the first time I got recognized. So maybe like September-ish, October-ish of 2021. And then I would start getting recognized at restaurants. Mostly just restaurants. I would go into a restaurant and they'd be like, "Are you that bartender on TikTok?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, it's me." And then I feel like I have to like tip like over 100% on the tab because they're gonna ask like, how much did she tip? When I was about to go give birth to my son in January of 2022, I was in the delivery room. One of the nurses that was passing by the room was like, "Is that Michelle the bartender?" Because she recognized my voice. What? She recognized my voice? And I didn't really get asked for people to take pictures with me very often out in public until probably 2023. So 2 years ago. I mean, I'm not kidding. I get recognized at gas stations, at grocery stores, Walmart, by customers. I went to the beach with my boyfriend a couple of weeks ago. Literally everywhere we went, I got recognized. Like the bagel shop that we went to, this guy, he recognized my voice. That's what he told me. And then he was like, "Do you mind if I get a picture?" And I was like, crap. I know I didn't look the best, but I told him yes, but I was like, and I looked at my boyfriend and I was like, see, this is why I like to get ready and be picture ready when I go anywhere, because somebody's gonna know who I am. Also, something that's crazy to me that I guess I didn't put together before I had billions with a B of views on the internet. I really did think that if you were famous, that you were rich. I really thought that. I don't get paid to get recognized out in public. When people recognize me, I don't get anything for that. I've never asked for anything for free. I would never do that. I expect to pay for everything, but I do want you guys to know that if you met me in person, I promise, like, I am the nicest person. That's my personality. That is who I am. And I would absolutely take a picture with you. I'm never going to be rude to anybody unless they're rude back, like to me first. So I love you guys, and always say something if you recognize me.